Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your March 2023 reading. Spirit, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. What is happening in the month of March? Oh, well, that's interesting. What's been going on? Have you been a little bit sad? Have you been a bit sad, Gemini? You know, I'm asking that because the first card we got is the Three of Swords. That's you coming into the month. But then we have the Strength card, so I'm liking that. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. First glance, with the Three of Swords, this is you at the beginning of the month. Three of Swords, typically it's around grief, loss, bereavement, sadness, sorrow, disappointment. You know, life's been a lunch bag let down kind of thing, right? So there's something that's got you bummed out. This is you coming into the month of March. So whatever has happened has brought you to this energy, okay? And you're starting out the month of March with that. But let's see if we end on a high and positive note. There's a good chance of that because the card that is carrying you through the whole month is the Strength card. This to me is saying, okay, you know what? Yeah, things maybe haven't been so great, or there's been an event or an incident that has really thrown you off course, has really upset you, it's pissed you off, it's got you in that funk kind of feeling, right? So the Strength card is here. It's about strength and courage, right? To say, okay, you know what? Whatever it is, whatever happened. How am I going to work with this energy moving forward? Well, sometimes you got to pull up your bootstraps and you have to look at things from a different perspective, and you have to say, I mean, I hate this saying, but it's sort of that it is what it is. It happened. So now how am I going to manage this energy moving forward, right? So it's really important for you to kind of focus on that as you go through the month. And we're going to clarify more with the Oracle cards in a minute. But what I like is by the end of the month, we see this Queen of Swords energy. Now, this could be somebody maybe coming into your life who is some kind of influence by the end of the month, or this could be the energy that you embody, right? Queen of Swords, she stands in her truth. She's very upfront, honest. Queens, they can be very like maternal and nurturing and everything, but this particular queen, when we're talking about swords, it's more around the mind and intellect. She's very practical. She's very okay, this word came to me, so take it with a grain of salt. She's stern, right? She doesn't mince words, and she's going to tell it like it is. It doesn't, if these messages, if this is a person coming in, think about how they're coming across. Whatever they're doing is probably from a place of love. Like if you haven't tapped into your strength, she's going to kind of give you a little baby butt kick to go, sweetie, come on. You know, this thing is done. Now, what are you going to do going forward, right? She's your cheerleader, and you need to remember that. Should this be a person external to you, maybe you've got to be your own cheerleader, right? Maybe you have to embrace that role for yourself, okay? And that's kind of an odd message. I don't get that kind of message often, so it had to come out today for your reading for whatever reason. So I'm grabbing the Oracle cards now so we can dig a little deeper into this. Oh, and speaking of, the end of the reading, I'm going to be doing an extended over on Patreon. So if you want to see even more like where this is all coming from and where it's headed, come on over there. All my info's in the description box below, including links to the tarot card and oracle card deck reviews that I do, and my Amazon affiliate links if you want to buy any decks, because you know, who doesn't want to buy decks? I sure do. Just disclaimer to let you know that if you do use any of my Amazon links, I could earn commission. Just so you know, so you're aware of that, right? And you know what? That's a great way to support me in what I do, right? Yeah, that's right. So yes, there's that. One more card, and we're going to see. Oh. Wow. This is a month of deep healing. I'm going to tell you right now. Bit of a spoiler alert. Okay, hang on. Let me sort my life out here. Let me get my cards all set up on the board. It's a little bit messy. Okay. I better get my glasses because you know I'm going to need them. Let's see. Three of Swords. We're going to look at the two cards that came out. The first card is Rhinoceros. What is Rhinoceros about? Because I can't see that. Moderation. And that I'm fascinated by that. And then we have a lady whose name I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to. She is the High Priestess, though. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. This is like an integration of some sort. It's like this lady is feeling like a big aha moment. See how she's got that glow around her? But look at this. On the Rhinoceros card, there's a glow around that person sitting on top of the Rhinoceros. It's like, I think the Three of Swords, the grief is losing a part of yourself. It's losing let me rephrase that. It's feeling like losing a part of yourself. The moderation, there is something around this where you've been a little bit out of control. There's something, now this could be, I know this is going to sound really weird, but like old programs, like old ways of thinking, old ways of being, that kind of stuff. There is something like you had a light bulb moment, an aha moment that woke you up. It's feeling very Judgment card from the tarot, but it's something that really woke you up. And even though you were kind of like, wow, holy crap, didn't see that, didn't notice, didn't realize. And so on one hand, that's kind of a good thing. But on the other hand, like I said, it's feeling like you're needing to let something go or move on from something, but it really is hard on your heart. Okay? So I hope this makes sense to you. And then when we look at the cards that came out for Strength, we have Shared Mission. It's understand, co-create, and respect. It's feeling very Two of Cups to me. It's like realizing that you have to work with others, right, in order to create something or to move on or to move away from what you don't need and move towards what you do. I can't talk this morning, right? The shared mission piece is meaning you are not doing this alone. You're not by yourself. That's why we have co-create and we have respect. It's possible that this is reparation of a relationship, okay? I'm saying that because of the other cards that are on the board we'll talk about in a minute. So I'm kind of wondering if that aha moment, okay, this realization, this bit of a loss, it would be like, I don't know, what's a good one? Thinking of an analogy, because you know I love my analogies. If you've watched me any amount of time. And if you're new, hey, welcome. It's like, I don't know, having the best friend forever, right? And then coming to the realization that they just aren't the best friend for you. It's like the rose-colored glasses come off, or it could be your boyfriend or your husband or your mom or your dad, someone that you kind of put on a pedestal, or you really liked, you really put a lot of time and energy into your effort. And then there was some kind of moment of clarity where you went, hold on a minute. You really start looking at it and you're like, I don't know. I'm not feeling this anymore. So the shared mission and the strength under the Strength card is trying to figure out together, is this going to work? Right? This is you presenting your findings and saying, you know what? Here's how I've been feeling lately. Let's talk about this because, you know, and this is an analogy, right? We've been, you know, hanging out together for a long time. We've been dating a long time, married a long time, working together a long time, whatever it is. But I don't think this is going to work. Like, you know, I was okay with how this was in the past, but no, this isn't going to work for me. Do we want to work through this or not? Right? That's huge. That is massive. The other card that came out under the Strength card is forgiveness. Forgiveness of this other person, forgiveness of the self. There has to be a lot of forgiveness between the two of you. A lot. A lot. Because the way your relationship has evolved over time When that happens, when two people have known each other for a long time or been hanging around a long time, whatever, dating, doesn't matter, you set the tone in the beginning for what your relationship is going to be like. So if you're always the giver, that expectation is what's going to be going forward. It's going to carry forward, right? So we'll use that in that example. So you've been in this relationship or friendship a long time. You've been the one who's always giving, taking care of things, organizing stuff, whatever. You've been that mama bear, okay? And then all of a sudden you're like, I'm fucking tired, right? I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this person you now almost resent because now it feels exhausting. So you have to bring it up to say, listen, I know this is the way we've been going on. I can't, right? Do you see what I'm saying with that? And one of two things is going to happen. They're going to say, okay, I get it. And you know what? I appreciate everything you've done all this time. Let's talk about it. Let's figure something out. Or they're going to go, they're not going to be happy with it, in which case you're probably better off without them. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's that. Then when we look at the cards that came out under the Queen of Swords, the card is yes. It says, just say yes. And the card that came out with it is inner child healing. That's why I'm saying this is a card of healing. We have forgiveness, we have moderation, right? We've got this respect, we've got strength, we've got all of these things, these messages where it's like doing the work to uplift yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? And the inner child healing, quite often, this goes back a long way. This is history. And this is what's happening in here. Where you feel a little bit wounded or hurt or taken advantage of inside, right? This is what needs to be healed. We got a big fat yes. We got the inner child healing. And this is all happening around the Queen of Swords. This is stepping up and going, I need to do what's right for me. If I'm honest with myself and I'm honest with everyone else or anyone else in the situation, then this is what's going to set the tone going forward. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the energy by the end of the month. This is really powerful. All of this stuff coming through. Very fascinating. So we're going to get 3 more oracle cards, right? Because we understand the energy of the 3 tarot cards that we pulled. So let's take a look at, now that we've kind of dove into each of those cards, what's going on from the start to the end of the month. Now we're going to pull it all together, okay, with 3 more oracle cards to kind of pull the story together for the month. Let's see what we've got. What is that? Oh, you know what? This is one. I always forget about this one. Hang on. Sorry, Gemini. I don't often read from the books, but with this particular deck, I'm going to show you the card in a minute. This one card always trips me up. I have my own sort of interpretation, and I think it's in line, but I just want to take a look what this one is about. So I'm going to tell you what it is. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's 30, not 10, lady. Learn to read your numbers. Go back to kindergarten, lady. Okay, so it's Orca, and it is song lines is the tagline. Walking in the bloodlines of your ancestors, but making your own destiny. Seek better communication with family. This is probably a family thing. Mom, sister, dad, cousin, doesn't matter. Or somebody who feels like family. Okay, so again, we're going back to someone, obviously, that you've known for a number of years and that you have a close bond with, okay? Anyway, so this is where we're talking about, it says song lines, but we'll say bloodlines, right? So there is that deep connection, okay? Then the next card that came out is Birthing a New Age. And of course, I need my glasses again. I should leave them on. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This is dreaming or birthing the new relationship between both of you going forward. What's it going to look like? This is the big part of March. And we have vision. It's visualize, imagine, and foresee. What do you want? Where do you want this to go? What do you want it to look like? It's all about you thinking about and visualizing and in your mind bringing up a structure loosely, like you don't want things to be too like rigid, and I don't think you would, Gemini. You're not really that way inclined, but just to make sure that you can articulate, you can send the message to this other person to say, here's what I need. They're my needs going forward, so let's do it. Now, when it comes to communicating, you're the master, so that I don't think is going to be an issue. But I think the big message here is you're really going to have to get across to this person what it is you want and need and how you want to see things moving forward. Okay, hope that makes sense. Pulled you an advice card to wrap it up. Transformation. Can't make this shit up. There's a big change in all of this for both of you. So big stuff this month. Like this is a big transformation. Maybe it's not going to happen overnight, but you know what? If you decide that you want to continue on with whatever this is, it's the work you're going to have to do this month. Remember how I said all through the month of March, strength card. This is strength. This is courage leading to victory. I'm got a laurel wreath here. So we're going to wrap it up there. So yeah, join me on the extended. Now I'm curious to see what this is all about. The extended is going to be a good one. I can feel it. So if you can join me over there, great, over on Patreon. And if not, then until we see each other again, I am going to wish you much love and light, health and wellness, peace and prosperity. Good luck this month. Take care, Gemini. Bye.